Invisible speakers are the core of our strategy. Designed to disappear, any tagline Sonance has had over the course of its history, invisible speakers answer that question the best. For Sonance, it really is a product that if it was done correctly, if it could reproduce sound with the quality level of a visible speaker, that would truly be the ultimate brand promise. And I think that's why there was so much trust in letting us approach this very methodically and to spend the time to develop something that didn't have a set timeline. That it was more important to really develop a product that was above and beyond what has been experienced up to today. Sonance started with the acquisition of Sound Advance, which was the original invisible speaker manufacturer, because even back then, the people here realized that it was such a unique product and fit our strategy so well. But the sound quality has always been an issue, and dealers have always shied away from invisible speakers simply because they didn't believe that what the customer would get in the end is something that they would be proud of. So as we started the development of the new Invisible series, one of the things we knew we absolutely had to do was to deliver spectacular bass performance, but do it even if mud was applied over the surface of the speaker. When we started the development of the project and we evaluated the competition, we picked a material for the diaphragm. We did all this work. One of the things we did, which was kind of unusual, but it works for speaker people, which was we divided the speaker up into two parts and said, let's develop a really good wide bandwidth driver. Let's develop a really good woofer. This is the way you typically engineer speakers. They're kind of developed in parts, and then in the end, much like cooking, you kind of bring it together and blend the two things together. And so during this process, we worked on the two parts independently, and then in the end, when they came together, we were using other invisible speakers for evaluation and competitive evaluation, but it became obvious very quickly that their performance wasn't even close to where we are. And so in the end, we're using visible speakers like VP speakers as a competitive benchmark for this product. I have 100% confidence that if these were put behind a screen and you had no idea what was playing, in a million years you would not guess this was an invisible speaker product, even compared to any of the competition's visible speakers. I know the invisible speaker category, there's been a lot of product, whether it's been our own or one of our competitors' product, that didn't achieve the kind of performance that we're talking about. And there's probably been a lot of people that have made that promise that their sounds just like a visible speaker. And the dealers are very well aware that once they're installed and they hear them for themselves, that they don't generally sound like visible speakers. They sound like a bit of a compromise. In the new Invisible series, there's no compromise in sound performance, and it's completely invisible. To be able to install something that sounds like a visible speaker, that's invisible, it doesn't get any better than that. What we've achieved with this it was something that I personally never thought we could get to. We put so much effort into trying to make these the best that they possibly could be. And what we wound up with in the end even exceeded my goals to some degree. And I think it will be a long time before any of our competitors can equal this level of performance, if ever.